Hello, everybody. So, the first thing I want to say is don't hate the players. Let's try and understand the game. Okay? The Alabama boat brawl. Everybody's talking about it. And rightly so. It is a very rare phenomenon. When, other than that time, have you ever seen a whole bunch of black people attack any white person or group of white persons? Hardly ever has the world seen that. All right. Most of us know the history. Some people say that slavery never took place, but I am not one of those people. Okay, it happened. And as you can see, we are not the type of human beings to get caught up in revenge, retaliation, holding grudges. It's not that we don't care about our ancestors and what happened, it's just that it's not in our nature to be mean or to be cruel or to be wicked. I'm not saying that we don't behave badly sometimes, but not to the extent that the white race keep. Well, some of the white race, I don't know what percentage it is, but you know who I'm talking about. We don't behave in such a way where, well, the way that white people tend to paint us to be. They paint us as savages. They say we don't have no decorum and all these things. Yet they're the ones that's putting the nonsense in our vicinities through our music, through the secret agents that they have put around us to behave a certain way and be an influence to us so that we start acting out of proper character, so that they can feel justified in saying we are not real human beings and we're not worthy of respect and all these things. Like I said, don't hate the players, understand the game. A lot of the people and a lot of things, even black people, let me say that, and now they're making masks that white people or people from other races put on. They're making black faces, latex masks, full body latex. They put on these black latex body masks and they go out and they commit crimes. And the person that's seeing the person committing the crime will think that it's a black person when actually it's somebody from another race pretending to be a black person. Okay? Now, can I just say at this point that race is not something that I usually spend time thinking about or talking about. So this is kind of new to me, okay? Because I'm one of those people who, personally, I wouldn't put my energy into seeking reparations, for example. If it was up to me, I wouldn't waste my time in doing that. My approach to the wrongs that was done to my ancestors is to make them proud. That's just me. I want to be somebody that they could look at and say, our efforts did not go in vain. She's maintaining a standard that makes us proud. When people look at her, they can't say that she fits into the category with most of her black brothers and sisters. They have to see a difference in me, whether they want to admit it or not. Then that's another case. And I'm not doing it to pretend. I'm not doing it just to prove them wrong. I'm doing it because it feels right within my soul. However you see me behave, that's how God made me. Whether you like me or not, whether you rate me or not is irrelevant. I'm being me. And me is a winner. Not by putting others down, but standing in my own power. So I don't put down black people, I don't put down white people, I don't put down Chinese people, I don't put down Asian, Indian people, I don't put down Mexican people, I don't put down no other people. I don't put down anybody. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this video is so that I can check to see, well, what can we expect by way of retaliation from those who have been trying really hard for decades, if not centuries, to make black people look as though they are not worthy of being classed as humans, or worthy as being classed as people who are deserving of respect, or worthy as being classed as the gods and goddesses that we are. They put in great efforts to stop us from understanding ourselves and loving each other. So the way how we behave towards each other is not because we want to behave that way towards each other. It's because we are always being infiltrated and programmed to behave that way towards each other. Okay? So, because I know that that was an ass whooping for their whole clan, and I know that they don't know how to stop or discipline themselves, I expect retaliation. Just like in the way of, you see, when they blatantly kill a person of color, black person, you know, they kill them in a blatant way and have us all up in our feelings and frustrated, and we're typing all sorts on the social media and making all kind of videos, venting our frustration. We can expect something in the way of retaliation to try and divide us again. Okay, because that unity that came out on that day with that boat brawl is, I feel that they should be considered by the black community a freaking black holiday. That's a day to commemorate, because it's been a long time since we've actually come together like that for our own. Not to say that we don't love our own, but to express that shit in public, unapologetically. And a lot of the white race, as you could see, they're being very fair. So most of the white people of today, they're not like their ancestors. I'm telling you now. A lot of them, they see justice and they respect justice the way that humanity should behave. So we give thanks for those people who choose right over race. Okay? So yeah, I know who those people are. I understand the game. I've been living it for quite some time, and I expect some retaliation. Now, how are they going to execute it? In what form is it going to come? I don't know. But them suckers, they don't know how to take a loss. So let's not be mad at the players. Let's just understand the game and be ahead of the game. So I'm going to use my tarot cards here, and I'm going to ask God to reveal what it needs us to know about what our oppressors or downpressors, our opposition, plan to do in an effort to retaliate for the ass beating that they got at that Alabama boat brawl. And listen, it's like the ass beating don't stop, because if the memes, oh my God, hey, it's like, listen, yeah, the videos, the commentaries, the memes, it's like the pain just never stops for them. Okay? And we thank you. On behalf of all black people and all people who support black people, we thank you, memesters and commentators. Okay? You've done a great job. It's been lovely to watch. All right? Because I'm not one for hype. I don't usually get involved in the big stories that rile up the majority of people. I don't ever talk about these things. But this one? Yeah. This is like a once in a blue moon type of energy. Because you see, they expected this from us for a long time. They've expected us to behave like that. But it's just not in black people's nature to behave like that. But if you push us, then it will come out like you saw. Okay? But naturally, we don't care about retaliating against what happened. It already happened. It's gone. All we want you to do is get out of our fucking way so that we can rebuild ourselves. Individually, rebuild ourselves as a family, rebuild ourselves as a nation, rebuild ourselves as a race. But you just won't let up. So if you think that the retaliation that you plan on sending our way is going to go in your favor, I'm telling you, you should think twice. No more. No more. You see back people just doing their own thing, living their own life, even with the broken culture that you've given us to live in, just so that you can laugh at our people. Leave us alone. Let we deal with it ourselves and come out of it ourselves. Don't try and sink us any further in the pit. This is not the time in history to try that shit. Alright. So Most High, let's get some information, please. On, what can we expect them to try to do? What should we expect them to do by way of retaliation for this sorry beatdown that they got? This well-deserved sorry ass beatdown. What are they going to try to do to us? Because you know they have to try to divide us again. That kind of unity, they can't let black people see that kind of unity and be inspired. Eh? That's the type of shit that make Blood and Crips stop fighting. It's like a spirit that black people kind of were led to believe is dead within them just rose up. I loved it. Okay, so, yeah, what can we expect? So you know they're gonna use their stinking news media to televise whatever shit they want to use to make our blood boil. Eh? I'm telling you people, watch out for the tricks that they're going to pull to divide us again. Okay? They divide and conquer. That's how they roll. Don't hate them players. Let's understand the game. Because they're not going to stop. So we might as well mobilize ourselves to be victorious. So what can you tell us about this retaliation? Just know that whatever they do, whatever they come with, is going to be something to divide the white people who have been commending what happened, okay, from the black people who are also in support, and also to divide black people among themselves. They cannot have unity. Unity, our unity is their weakness. Our division is their strength. That's how the game goes. If you look at the schools today, you see Listen, in my child's school, when she was going to school, there was a person from almost every race in her friends group. There was a white girl, there's Indian, there's Somalian, there was shit. I think like Polish. They got listen, yeah, they don't care where you come from. The question is how well do we get along? That's all. It's these older heads that divide us. And why? They get into the ears of their children and their grandchildren and they spew this hate into their ears and into their minds and program them to hate others and see themselves as better than other people. And then the children have to grow up with that mindset. Friendships that should have been nurturing and fulfilling to them in their younger years with people from different walks of life and different races and stuff, they never get to experience because what? They've already been programmed to distance themselves. So it's when they come out of that programming and they get around people from the different races and they realize, hey, they are not who the fuck I've been told they are. And what the hell is this? So it's like they keep expecting horrible behavior and terrible treatment and that should never happen. You see that kind of warfare? Our unity is their weakness. 2 more times here and then we're ready. The deck will be ready. We got too many problems for us to be taking on them type of other problems that they're not necessary. Hate somebody because of the color of their skin. Why? Look at what they're doing to our children. Our little boys can't like dolls. Our little girls can't like trucks, or else they go so far as to change their whole sex, give them puberty blockers and cut out their genitals and all kind of nonsense. What is this? We got bigger problems to think about, because that's gonna mess with our children psychologically, especially they're doing it to them in schools and stuff. Listen, we got a lot of work to do. We don't have time to be hating on each other. Right now, it's not a you versus us thing. It's how we versus them thing. At the bottom of the deck, we've got boost sales or income. Interesting. So what can we expect by way of retaliation? So what are they gonna do? Jack up the prices of our electricity and medical care and food and let's see. Interesting. But whatever it is, it's all about the money. They're like, let's hit them where it hurts. Let's hit them in their pockets. Let's raise taxes. Interesting. So that's all right. Let's see. What else? Alright, so the first card to come out we have, it's an act of rebellion against the system. Alright. And this one came out in the reverse. We got brainstorming. So let's see. Feels correct like this. Yeah, so it's in the upright. Brainstorming. So what can we expect by way of rebellion or retaliation for what just happened? In the bottom of the deck we got boost sales or income. The setup before the setup. Interesting. Collapse or ruin them. So this is their plan for us, y'all. So that they can attempt to save their image and reputation. Got giving information. Rebelling against being indoctrinated. So this indoctrination now is actually being of love. Okay? They prefer hate over love. They want to cause delays. And they want to rebel so that they could control or maintain their power. Because they think that they're Lord and God over us, innit? So that they can further their one world government agenda. So this is why they keep us divided, people. That's the whole end goal. So it's not a white versus black or any other race. Okay? They want to capture everybody. So right now, they're brainstorming. Okay? So we got boost sales and income. So now this is coming through as information. So it's a setup before the setup. So it's like they're gonna do something and it's gonna set the stage for something else. Okay? It's just like when they did the COVID, and then it's like they want to justify not really using money and all these things. They want to go into this digital money system, which is a very bad idea for the people. That only gives them more control because they can shut down your account as and when they feel like. Not only can they shut down your account, but people who have hacking skills can also shut down your account. So we need to keep money by all means. We need to keep paper cash money. If we can stop them from turning this into some kind of digital currency game, that will be in the people's best interest. Because you can save some of your money under your bed. When it was COVID, they could tell you, oh, you can only take out £1,000 out of your account. You can't take no more. So it's like, even if you have money, you have no control over your own money. So whatever they choose to do to us is going to hurt us. Or at least they're attempting to hurt us so that they can have full control over us. That's the end goal. Okay? So right now, whatever you see them implementing, whatever new laws they come with, because you know that these people are attached to parliament and the rule makers and the politicians and whatnot. You know, these are these white people who got their ass kicked. They're attached to the movers and the shakers. Okay, so that's the big game that's being played here. It's not no little country people that was doing that. It's people who actually have connections to the movers and the shakers. So whatever they do to us, it's a setup before a setup. So that's where they come in with their stupid diseases, and then they lock everybody in. They say, oh, you have to stay inside your house and blah, blah, blah. However they choose to go about it. So just watch out for the game that's coming next. Because it's all about being able to control all of us. White, black, yellow, red, brown. They don't care where you come from or who you are. You're their slave too. That's the message. So let's let God have a little talk with them before I finish this reading. So we need to watch out for the games that's coming next and know how we're gonna proceed. And then they're gonna want to use their policemen to implement their to enforce their rules and all type of shit, y'all. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, divided. If we're divided, they win. If we're united, we win. And the police, they need to be on our side. The soldiers need to be on the side of we the people, because you are no different to us. They're only gonna use you and control you and ill-treat you too. You only get this much privilege just because they need to use your hands and feet to hold them guns. You're nobody and you're nothing to them as well. All the doctors and the nurses and the politicians, you people need to be standing with we the people, because you are also nothing. As a matter of fact, you are the machine for them. Without you, they are completely powerless. So you are the ones who are perpetuating, who are initiating and perpetuating your enslavement as well as our enslavement, if it gets to that. So you following their orders is not in your best interest. They don't like you. They don't care about you. Because if you don't do what they say, they're coming for your family. They're intimidating your family. They're fucking with your money and whatnot. They don't give a fuck about you. All they want to know is who's willing to do their bidding. Welcome to the revolution. Welcome to revelation. Welcome to the apocalypse. Let's see, what does God want to say to these people who have plans to establish this one world government? What do you have to say to the whole machine, Most High? The politicians and the police and the soldiers and the private sector peoples, the businessmen and businesswomen and the little what look like bums on the street who are actually agents for the one world order institution. All of them. Yeah, from the highest to the lowest. What do you want to say to these people, please, Most High? What do you want to say to them? Let's not hate the players. Let's understand the game. The question is, where do you fit in the game? Where do I fit in the game? Right now I'm being the messenger. I'm communicating with the gods. So that you can get a little heads up. Okay? Two more times. At the bottom of the deck, we've got authenticity, being genuine, sincerity. All right, let's see what the message is. So it's all about the real. So to the New World Order machine, to the New World Order clique, what does God want to say to you? So we got, woo, abandonment and Mother Nature. We got romance or love. This is the underlying issue. Love. Announcement. That's speaking. Perception. healing. And God said, don't tell me nothing because I know you can. Aptitude is your natural ability to do something. So God says, look, rejection. Got laughter and awakening. Yeah, this shit is funny. God said you better use your brain properly. You better be wise. Discernment. We have a revitalization of a wish to make shit hard. Alright. For your union. Companionship. We got divine love. It will be fickle. Y'all ain't gonna trust each other. So God is saying, look, victimhood. God is saying, if you God said, are you listening? Know yourself. Identity. Celebrations blossoming. Venture, destiny. Dreams, vulnerability. It's not gonna work. So those dreams that you have, it's not gonna work. We got authority, wisdom. So God is saying, I know and I see. Magic, fortuity, self-worth. God says, I'm not gonna let you happen. I'm not gonna let you do that. The truthfulness, guilt, insecurity. God says, y'all ain't even ready for this. Encouragement, abundance of kindness. I'm encouraging you to be kind. Because if you don't be kind, I'm going to leave you. God says, I will not be supporting you in this. You're on your own. I'm going to hand you over to these people, and whatever happened to you will be your destiny. God says, I'm encouraging you to be kind. Be nice. Let's put these back in order. Yeah, God says love is the answer. And God said, don't tell me you can't. You have the aptitude to do it. You have the natural ability to do it. God made you. God knows what you're capable of. And if you choose to be unkind, then whatever you get, you take. All of you. From the highest to the lowest of you. That's how this bumbleclad story is going to go. Yeah. God says what you people should be perceiving right now is healing. You need to stop your nonsense. That's the message. That's what God want to say to you people. Yeah, God said, I don't want to hear that you can't. Because I made you. I know what you can and can't do. So if you want to play stupid, go ahead and receive these stupid prizes too. So, how your future go depends on what kind of future you set for we the people. We're not having it anymore. We don't have to because God is on our side. Mother Nature is on our side. Okay? Love is the answer, my friend. Alright? We are one human family. And with the plants and the animals and the water and the air and the fire and the earth, we are one creational family. If you don't want to be a part of this, we can delete you. Just, don't hate the players. Understand the game. This isn't a couple years ago when you had the power over us. Those years are gone. That season is over. Don't you see the beauty that we have created on these social media sites where we the people can actually talk to each other and actually share our true feelings and views and express ourselves in honesty about how we feel about each other. The way that you want us to see each other, you want us to see each other through the eyes of hatred, through the eyes of competition, through the eyes of degradation, okay, belittlement. That's what you want us to do to each other. But what I see out there is not that. We are just people. And we love each other's cultures. We love each other's food, each other's dancing. We find each other's philosophical understandings interesting. We love each other's skin. We love each other's hair. We just love each other. We love each other's culture. Come on. Who are you and what are you? Go away. We don't want no more bullies on the playground. Get out of here. You're fighting us on your own. We have God. You have nothing but each other. Empty vessels. Get prepared for that beat down. Don't start none. Won't be none.